Hello, welcome to this, your inaugural Transport Brief vlog. I thought it would be a good way to set the agenda and have a look into my crystal ball and see what's coming up over the next weeks, months, years, decades, you name it. So everyone is talking about green policies at the moment, but the transport sector is a particularly difficult one. So I thought 3 things about what you should look out for over the next months and so on. And they are going to be the Green Deal, the industrial strategy, and public opinion. So here we go. So, last week, the European Commission published its climate law, and everyone was asking, well, how does transport figure into all that? You've got a sector that has 25% of the EU's emissions. It's only going up. How do you actually get carbon dioxide out of cars, keep it in the ground, etc., etc.? Well, there's 3 things that probably we need to talk about at this point. One is the Green Deal. Under that, there isn't too much specifically to do with transport. You've got things like shipping in the emissions trading system. The European Commission will maybe review existing car standards for CO2. Germany doesn't like that. We'll see if that flies or not. But it's more of a setting the trajectory towards climate neutrality 2050. Transport will have to decarbonize. It's just part of the picture. How it actually does that on a technical point of view is what the European Commission will be doing for the next 3 or 4 years. The second point is by the time you're watching this video, hopefully, the European Commission will have revealed its industrial strategy. Now this is supposed to be the lever that makes things like the Green Deal, the climate law, everything else that it wants to do on its green agenda actually work. Because you can't get rid of greenhouse gas emissions and jobs at the same time. It just doesn't work. There's sort of things like a hydrogen alliance, important projects of common European interest, for example, that have been excellent in getting money into electric battery technology. They want to use that, restrict and pare down state aid laws, and transfer it to things like hydrogen. Because at the moment, everyone loves hydrogen. It's green if you get it from renewable energy. It can power things like ships, trucks, planes maybe, but it costs too much. It's much easier to use coal in some cases to make electricity. It's much easier to use wind power sometimes. But hydrogen can be the vector that powers the big things. But if it's too much money, it's not going to fly. So the European Commission, some member states want these big projects. You know, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, they team up, they put a load of money into something. Bish, bash, bosh, we're all happy. The third thing that is probably a good thing to think about is just the market will take care of itself. Oil prices are slumping at the moment. Renewable energy prices are going down. People want green policies. I mean, you have things like Volkswagen have started making electric cars in a huge way. There are a few people who would say that this is a Dieselgate hangover. It's the fact that the EU CO2 targets in 2021 mean that they have to get their numbers down, but it's also what people want. And then other things like energy firms mean some of them say that you can only have ships that have low emissions delivering wind turbines into the North Sea, things like that. It's where the market will regulate itself. Regulation has started the process, but people, because of Greta effect, flight shame, you name it, that's what they want. So that's what they'll get. So yeah, the industrial strategy is out today. Take a look at that. I'm sure we'll cover it on the website as well. And tune back in next time and we'll make this a regular thing if you enjoy it. Thanks.